G'day, in this one we're going to be talking about what you should actually spend your money on in Riftbound if you're trying to spend the minimum amount possible and still be able to play and enjoy playing Riftbound. I started off spending really ridiculously. You can find out how much I spent in my previous video, but in this one we're going to be talking about how minimum spending in Riftbound and be able to still play and participate in the game, which I also wish I knew beforehand going into pretty much my first TCG. We'll try and keep this video under 10 minutes long, so try not to waste your time. First entry point into Riftbound, minimum probably expenditure that you want to be spending is about 40 Australian dollars, and that is to buy a starter deck. Currently there's two starter decks available, the Rumble and Fiora starter decks. These two are a lot better than the previous ones, the Lee Sin, Jinx and Victor, because these ones come with the champion's signature spell. Essentially these decks come with more stuff than the previous three, so that's really good for beginning players. Now these starter decks come with a play mat, which is really handy. Lets you see where to position all your cards and where to set up to play the game. These also come with a nifty little deck box, so you can store your cards in that, and then as well as have this bigger box to store your extra cards in once you get them. And I'm pretty sure the Chinese version comes with a dice, but we'll worry about a dice later. So 100% the starter decks are the first purchase that you should be doing in order to get into Riftbound. Now I was under the assumption that buying more packs just equaled more chances of pulling the cards that I need to play. Currently I've opened over about 50 or something packs of Spirit Forge, and I've only gotten one Ornn unit and one Ornn item, one of his core equipment, and he's one of my favorite champions in League. So that gives you an indicator of, okay, maybe buying bulk packs and booster boxes is not the way to go if you're looking for certain cards to be playing. And I think I've learned that the hard way. So after you get your starter deck, you want to improve that as much as you can with other cards. And by doing that would be just buying and trading for singles. It's something which I've been doing on the side, but I think most of my money still has been spent on packs, which, yeah. So yeah, starter deck, and then slowly over time just buy more singles to increase the value of your deck and how strong your deck is. Not to mention the starter deck also comes with one booster pack. Highly doubtful you'll get something that will be useful to improve your deck. So if you do get something that is valuable, I highly recommend trading that off to someone at your local game store or selling it online and then using that money to try and buy something to improve the deck that you currently have. And speaking of local game store, I think that's where you want to be spending most of your time and your money. From my experience, my local game store has had the best prices available to me. Even purchasing from the right store was more expensive than buying a booster box. Anyway, we're getting off track. So once you got your starter deck and you bought some singles to improve it, you don't even need to buy the singles. Ignore that. Starter deck and then start playing at your local Nexus nights. These are about $10 Australian, and these are events put on to get people to come together and just play Riftbound. Nothing serious. The serious is more towards your skirmishes, but Nexus nights are just there to get everyone together and play some Riftbound. And at the end of them, you are guaranteed at least one pack, and if you win some games, then you get another pack or two. And then once again, repeat that process of if you pull something good from these packs that you get at Nexus Nights, you'll be around other people which might pull something that you need, and you can trade and mix and match from there. All that I wish I knew a little bit earlier, but yeah, first TCG, so we're getting there, we're learning, we're finally learning. And then the other stuff can all come later on just for dice. You can always just borrow. Your opponent will normally just have a spare die that you can use, so don't worry about too much. And then when you do get an extra $5, $10, then you can buy some dice and then use that. And then later on, it doesn't have to be, immediately, then buy yourself a nice playmat to play on. Even be for your birthday or Christmas present, whatever, man. For my first two Nexus nights, I just had the little paper playmat. No one disrespected me or anything, so I was even bragging that I got the big mat going. So yeah, like, you just joke about it. No one's gonna say, oh, you're a cheapo or whatever. And if you are going into this minimum expenditure, do not aim to collect. That's not going to be possible because collecting will just tally up a lot of money. And once again, go back and watch my previous video on the subject. But yeah, don't aim for collecting. Probably try and focus on just the one deck that you have now. And just for future releases, if there's a champion that you really, really like, or, you know, is one of your core favorite champions from League of Legends, then once that comes out, hopefully there is a starter deck for that champion. And you can start this process over again. And speaking of new releases, that's when the sealed events come into play. Now these, you're essentially paying for 5 packs, and it comes with a little mini deck with a bunch of cards, just as a base for a deck. And then you get 5 packs, which you rip open, and then you're tasked with making the best deck possible in about 30 minutes, and then start versing other players. These are my favorite events, and I'm definitely going to be focusing on spending most of my money on these type of events instead of saving up and paying for booster boxes where I don't even get cards I like. Sealed events, I highly recommend saving up and playing them because they are something unique, and I reckon you'll probably enjoy them if you like just playing Riftbound in general. And everyone's opening packs around you, so then after the games you can all start trading and swapping and deciding what you want to do for this release before the next one, essentially. I think that's the way to go. If there's something that I have missed, please leave it in the comment section below, because I really do want to find out what is the best strategy. Is this probably the best strategy? Once again, don't look at booster boxes. Go ahead and buy a single pack off the shelf now and again, but if you're really focusing on just building a deck and playing, I highly recommend a starter deck and then just buy single cards from there or trade. If you found this video helpful, please give us a like and a subscribe to this brand new channel. And if you really did enjoy it, you can check out the Patreon. Link will be in the description below. We'll be uploading some gameplay from my perspective as well coming up. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.